Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm excited to walk you through step by step through your questions of this week, which was, Simon, how do you hire a setter? So if you are ready now for your first salesperson on your team, let's look at the things that you can do, the mistakes you should avoid, and let's learn from 22 years of experience and many industries and countries that we have coached. I will give you the 6 steps that you need, and I will show you in each step what to avoid doing and what to do so that you are successful. So we will have step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, 5, and 6. But before you get to even step 1, you need to get the people in. So you need to post the job. Go to LinkedIn, steal my job post. We are constantly hiring for sales position. So you click on Simone Severino on LinkedIn, you click on this hiring thing, and you see the exact language that we're using. You just grab that, make it your own, and you are ready to go. Because one of the most important things is to get going. Don't overthink, don't overanalyze, just get going. So get the first 10 applications in. And now, big mistake. Some people get 10 applications from LinkedIn. Now, they talk to all of them. You don't talk to 10 people, guys. You don't have that time. You are running a business. You are growing a business. You don't have time to talk to 10 wrong people. So what can you do? You will ask them to send in a video with 5 questions, because if they're in a sales role, you need a demo of them doing a sales activity. So that's already the first sales activity, is to pitch you for the job, why they are the right person. Do you see? This is sales already. So you will ask for a video and you say, okay, I'm hiring a salesperson. This is what I expect from you. And this is what I need you to answer in this video. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please send the video to this email. We will contact you if you made it to round 2. Now, let's say you get 10 applications. We get on average 40 applications in the first day. We get around 25 of those videos, because if they don't even do the video, they of course are not a good salesperson and will never be productive on your team. So you get some sales videos, you pick the top 2 videos, you invite them to an interview, and you get them going. You get them going because you need to learn, you need to make some mistakes along those 6 phases. And so we have done hundreds of mistakes, probably thousands, and we're doing dozens every week with our own setters, with our own closers. And let me walk you through the exact steps and the things to do in each step. So phase 1 is they have to identify 25 ideal clients. What is this? So identifying 25 ideal clients means you give them an ICP 5 levels deep and an anti-ICP 5 levels deep. Simon, what's an ICP? Your ideal client profile. So if you have a sprint coach, you have on the left side, who is your ideal client 5 levels deep? And on the right side, this is the anti-ideal client 5 levels deep, what makes them the wrong person to work with you. These 2 things together are your ICP, your ideal client profile. Okay? So even if you don't have a sprint coach, you have the tools now. You create on the left side your ICP, ideal client, 5 levels deep. On the right side, the anti-ICP. You give the setter in day 1 this document and say, find 25 people that qualify. And show me also the people that you have disqualified and why you have disqualified them. Oh, but Simon, they will leave my team if I give them this first task on the first day. Well, yes, they will leave your team if they're the wrong people. Sales teams have very high fluctuations. So it's absolutely okay to lose people, and you will lose people. So get going quickly get the first people in and learn with them, become better with them. So you've posted the job, you watched their videos, you picked 2 of them. Now you are onboarding them and you say, all right, phase 1. And they will ask you, how long does this phase take? And you will say, well, hopefully just a couple hours, maybe days, maybe weeks, depending on how quickly you evolve. That's why we call it phase 1, identify. And it's not week 1 or day 1 or month 1. Some of them will move quicker through those phases and some of them slower. So that's phase 1. They show you that they are able to identify and find 25 people that pass the 5 levels. And now why? Why is that so important? Why don't we start with pitching them, presenting our company or whatever, or having a meeting with them or a retreat or whatever? Because it doesn't matter how good your pitch is if you are knocking on the wrong doors. So it doesn't matter how good you are in a conversation if you're talking to the wrong people. So your salespeople, they cannot go to phase 2 until they can show you that they can use this in 90% quality. Okay? They can find 25 people. Now they move on to stage 2. Phase 2 is now you will give them your sales playbook, and in that sales playbook there is the flow, the conversation flow, the talking points for cold calls. Now they will do 10 cold calls. And it's not really about making the cold calls. It's about starting to use your script, getting acquainted with your sales playbook. But Simon, I don't have a sales playbook. Okay, then get a sprint coach, strategysprints.com, grab a sprint coach. Will take a couple weeks, a couple months to build your sales playbook and to refine it and hand it over to them. So have it available, okay? Now, they do 10 calls and they record it and they share the recording with their supervisor. Maybe you are the supervisor. Maybe you have appointed somebody to be their supervisor, okay? They make 10 cold calls and you give them feedback on their recordings. You continue this until they have landed 5 appointments. What is an appointment? Somebody scheduled on your calendar to talk. Okay? Then we move them to phase 3. Now they have landed 20 appointments. When they have landed 20 appointments, this is kind of a milestone. You want to celebrate this? They are now ready for phase 4. Sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes months, sometimes they never get there. Phase 4 is warm calls. And now this is quite a difference. So what is a warm call? Calling somebody who downloaded something from your website. Calling somebody who registered for the webinar 2 weeks ago about this topic and saying, hey, I'm curious how you're doing with this topic if you need any further assistance. So they will land 20 appointments. In our case, it's from tool downloaders, and then they move to phase 5, which is warm calling and getting 20 appointments with the next warm category. In our case, it's the audit completers. So it's still warm. You might even call them hot leads. So cold, then warm, then hot. In stage 5, they are now pretty much ready for the last milestone. And if they can achieve that, now they get to join the closers team. And the closer, that's the most interesting, the most lucrative, the most fun team to be in. The closers are the only people who make more money than the CEO, than the founders, than the owners. So closers is the holy grail, and it is stage 6. So whatever the time is, and in the next video, I have to show you how you run those meetings and which templates you can use to do that. But really, just to recap, you steal our templates from LinkedIn. This is the LinkedIn account, Simone Severino. Take our language, make it your own, and start sending the job post, right? Publish the job post, get those 10 videos in, pick the top 2 so that you can get going with stage 1. Stage 1 is you identify those 25 ideal clients. So you give them the task to show you that they can find 25 actual right people to start a conversation with. Then called stage 2, they start 10 of these conversations. Stage 3, they land 20 appointments. Stage 4, they now move to the warm call milestone. And from warm to hot, that's stage 5. And from hot to stage 6, now they can join your closer team, which is the most fun team and activity that's out there in most teams. So this is how you get your first setters in. And of course, there might be 100 questions. Simon, what to pay them? Simon, what kind of contract, etc. So let me know your questions in the comments. I'm happy to do videos about every single question. I promise I will look at as many comments as I can and answer as quickly as I can. Hope you have a great day. Keep rolling, everyone.